Hello friends, in this session we are going to be discuss how we can implement encapsulation concept in our automation framework. So in this session we are going to be find answer for three different questions. So this is the three questions, okay. So before moving to this part 2 video, please go through part 1 video because there I clearly explained how we can implement the basic getter setter method and how we can store value under private mode, how we can access those private mode value, everything I clearly explained part 1 encapsulation video, okay. You can go through the part 1, next you can jump onto the part 2, that time only you can clearly understand, okay. Now we are going to be find answer for the first question. What is the first question? Where I implemented encapsulation in automation framework. Let's go. So now I'm going to be create class under automation framework package.com. The class name is encapsulation class. So here I'm going to be create parameterized constructor. Why means I'm going to be install the WebDriver one. Okay. So the constructor name should be same as the class name. Public encapsulation class. So here I'm going to be pass WebDriver one and I'm going to be refer those driver. So this is, it will be refer the current class object. So now I'm going to be store the WebDriver under private mode. WebDriver and driver. Okay. So next I'm going to be create getter method. What is why we are using getter method? Because we are going to be retrieve value using the get method, right? So that reason I'm going to be use the get method inside encapsulation class. Public string get email ID. So here I'm going to be written email ID one. Which email ID? So here in automation framework, I'm going to be use Gmail application. Okay. So this is my Gmail application. So after launch this Gmail application, you can see the sign in page, right? So in the sign in page, I'm going to be return the value this email ID one. Okay. Press on F12. So take on XPath for this email text box. So here, so what is the XPath locator? We are going to be take ID one. Input. So this is the tag name. So attribute as ID. Attribute values identifier ID. Okay. So you can cut. So here I'm going to be store this XPath under private mode. Private. What is the return type? By email ID equal by dot XPath. So here I'm going to be store this XPath. So this XPath I stored under email ID variable, that variable stored under private mode. Okay. Now I'm going to be return this email ID one. So here I'm going to be enter, this is the email ID. Now I'm going to be take this email ID using get attribute value. See. So here under this value attribute, the email ID it will be stored, right? So using this value attribute, I'm going to be take this email ID. So here I'm going to be create another one string which is stored under private mode. Private string email underscore ID. Okay. So here email ID equal driver dot find element. So already the XPath stored under email ID variable, right? So then I'm going to be take that email ID value using get attribute. So here you can notice one thing. What is the attribute? Value. Under value only the value to be stored. Email one, right? Go to here. Give that attribute. So here I'm going to be return that email ID. So we can add the return statement. So here going to be return email ID. Okay. So now we are successfully created getter method and installation the parameter constructor. So now it's clear. So inside encapsulation class, all the variable values stored under private mode. Now I'm going to be create another one class which is launching the Gmail application. The class name is launch Gmail app. So here just I'm going to be give driver info and application URL info. So here public void launch app. So here I'm going to be give driver info. So I just copy this one. So I just replace gmail.com. So here I'm going to be instalize that WebDriver one. Driver. So you just import the Chrome driver one. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to be return the WebDriver also. So public. Okay, no need. So simply here I'm going to be launch app test. Okay. Or else you can give before test. So after launching this Gmail application, next what we are going to be do? We are going to be entered this email ID, right? So for that I'm going to be enter email ID. Okay. So here I'm going to be enter the value driver dot find element by dot xpath. So here I'm going to be take xpath for this email text box, right? So already I taken, which is I stored under encapsulation class, right? I just copy and I paste it here. Send keys. I'm going to be entered email ID sangi@gmail.com. Okay. So after entering the email ID, I'm going to be retrieve the value, right? So now I'm going to be create another one class which is runner class. Runner encap class. So here I'm going to be create test method. So public void runner encap. So here I'm going to be use test annotation. So here I'm going to be implement inheritance concept using the extends. I'm going to be extends the launch Gmail app. Okay, extends launch launch Gmail app. Just remove it. So here I'm going to be create reference variable for this launch Gmail app. Sorry, the encapsulation class. Let's see. Encapsulation class encap equal to encapsulation new encapsulation class WebDriver one. So here private mode encapsulation, because inside the encapsulation class we are defined parameter as constructor. Inside parameter as constructor we are installed the WebDriver one. So after extends the launch up, sorry, after create the reference variable for this encapsulation class, automatically the driver one it will be installed here. Okay. So using this reference variable, I'm going to be execute this method. I'm going to be return this value. See, get email ID, right? It will become get email ID one. But this email ID stored under private one, and this email ID XPath also stored under private mode. Okay. So now next is I'm going to be called the launch Gmail app, right? So first I'm going to be launch the Gmail app one. Gmail, sorry, launch app. So first it will be run the launch app. Second it will be run get email ID, right? So inside it will be first work this one. Next it will be execute this one. So enter email ID. I'm going to be called this enter email also. So launch up execute first. Next it will be execute enter email ID. Next it will be execute get email ID one. Okay. Let's check how it will be execute here. What is the output we are get? Now I'm going to be execute. So I'm going to be print this one. Get email ID. Email ID. Let's see. So 2 times it will be execute, right? So I just commanded this one. Now it will be printed this Sarathi Sangha at gmail.com. Why means you can see the get email ID method stored under public mode, right? But that variable value stored under private mode, right? We are returning the email ID, right? So after creating reference variable for that encapsulation class, using that reference variable, we are going to be return those method value. Okay, let's go here. Where I implemented encapsulation in automation framework. So the encapsulation, which means if you are want to return any data, whether text or buttons or any list box value or any some private mode, which is username or password. So whatever things, okay. If you want get username from the profile page, you can write a public method as a get username. So here we are created as get email ID. So that method we are stored under public mode, public void get email ID. So that reason we can able to access the get email ID one. Okay, so this is the answer for this first question. Next is what are the getter and setter method in Java? So here there is another name is available for getter and setter method, which is muter method and accessor method. So what is the muter method? So this is the setter method. If you want to update any values of the variable, that is the muter method. What is the accessor method? If you want to access the value from any of the class, if you are storing variable under the private mode also, that time you want to access those private variable value, how you can access? Using the public method, right? So this is the accessor method. Okay, so this is the answer for this question. Next is, what is tightly encapsulated class in Java? So this is very important because few members a little bit confused. What is tightly encapsulated? If any variable declare as private means that is the tightly encapsulated, because that private we can able to access within the class only. It will not able to access outside class. So that reason it will be called as tightly encapsulated, like look like capsule. Okay, so once it is stored under private mode, there is no need to require to check whether contains getter or setter method. So that private means what? It will be only specific for that current class only. Okay, so this is the answer for the tightly encapsulated class in Java. Okay, so now you are clear for the three questions answer, and now you can, I hope you understand how we can implement this encapsulation concept in our framework. So this is the basic simple example. Okay, so I created encapsulation class. So here I implemented encapsulation concept only. What is the encapsulation? Private and getter setter. That's all. So next, launch app. So here I just give info for launching the app, which is the Gmail application. So what are the steps I'm going to be performed? That steps also I defined under launch Gmail app. What is the runner class? I'm going to be execute those steps. So what is the steps I implemented inside this two class? Okay. So this is the answer for encapsulation concept for implementing in our automation framework. Okay. Thank you guys.